Good morning. I'm Mr. Sniffles.
And I'm Nacho Sacho Pancho.
And this is our show, Octopuses and Purple Tuna. And what we'd like to talk to you about today is gruesome Roman games. Do you have anything to say about that, Mancho Pancho?
They were really gruesome. And yeah, well, it's basically about gladiators who are either slaves or criminals who get arrested and either they get killed right away or they become gladiators by fighting other gladiators or fighting lions or bears. And if they live for 3 matches or more, they get to be free. But if they don't, they die. And after every battle, if everybody goes like that, that means the winning gladiator gets to live. If they go like that, the dude dies.
And where they would fight is in the Colosseum, which was 4 stories high. And I have a picture here, which shows that it's kind of messed up, but it still stands in Rome, Italy.
Yes.
And right here, you can see a bus, and that's only about nothing to it, actually. And they had, let's see, where inside, this is what it would look like.
And they would the Colosseum to have sea battles.
Yeah, when it
Boats
rained,
and
they
alligators.
would have to bring in boats, and they would put sharks and alligators and stuff in there to fight.
No, just alligators. If they took sharks out, they throw flames and then they die.
And right here on my handy dandy paper, it says, many Romans believed that when people died, their souls were transported by human blood. To help this happen, slaves were killed at funerals. And Ricky, back to you.
Okay, and families in Rome copied the example set by Brutus by the Curious battle. A number of fights that took place at these funerals increased as families attempted to prove that they were richer or more important than other Roman families. Slaves called gladiators were trained too in skills of fighting. At first, all the gladiators were made to look like their longtime enemies.
And, well, there was one man, he was only in training for 6 months. He has been in 6 fights, and 3 fights. And the last one, thanks to the audience, they wanted him to live, and if not, he probably would have died. We're back.
From those break commercials.
Yeah, those were some pretty good commercials.
And good luck, Charlie.
Well, here we introduce Diego and Justin, our co-hosts, with board games.
Diego and Justin are here about the Roman board games that they played when they were bored as children.
Did you know that people in Rome invented tic-tac-toe and chess?
And checkers.
And as you can see, obviously Diego has won.
Right here.
So, can you tell us how you play this game?
Well, there's 2 lines vertically and horizontally, and you play an X or a circle depending on what you are in each square, and you have to get 3 in a row.
And how about you, Justin?
There's 2 things you put down in paper, X and an L.
Back from our game,
And this is chess.
our other Roman game thing.
Okay.
Here, this king, a king.
And the object of the game is to either stop the king from moving or kill the king.
Here, the king can get killed several ways. By
bishop or by a horse or knight, whatever.
you moved the pieces, didn't you? Well, if she decides to move over here, this guy come and kill her. She decides to move over here or over here, she can get killed by this bishop. And so on. But if she moves there, she can get killed again.
And this piece is called a knight. And this piece is called a bishop. This piece is called a pawn. And right here you see a rook. And this is one of our most royal pieces. Last but not least, the king. And this one is one of the best, the queen. And this is how you set up the board. 2 rows with a chess piece on each box. And we call this a checkerboard. And this is a game that the Romans also made called chess. And the object of
this game is that you each get one turn and try to wipe them all out.
And, well, we just played a little game here, and when you jump the other player, you take theirs out. So, and I got a king by jumping him and going over here. Yet you only get one turn, but when you're a king, you can move backward and forward. And, when you get a king, they take you get one of yours back that they've taken, and they put it on top of yours. And Justin, explain the rules.
Whenever you finish your turn and once you have a king, it can go all the way to the end of the board, or even halfway. If your king gets wiped out, then you're gonna have to get another king. Did you know before they went in the Colosseum, they used to train for 3 weeks with wooden swords and wooden shields?
And here, Justin drew a picture of the Spartans fighting with wooden swords. And in the Colosseum, there was lots of death. And back to you, Justin.
Here we have a Spartan so-called slave who was caught by the bombarders. And then this ninja
was
guy
forced to fight this in practice.
either that or he got burnt or whipped really hard.
And to end off the show, Ricky would like to talk about something.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. After their training for the gladiators, they would go and fight. As I said before, lions, bears, or each other. Or they flood the Colosseum and have boats and alligators.
Go Bob Marley.
Thank you.
And, well, Diego, would you like to say anything?
No, I wouldn't.
And to end off our show, we would like to, I don't know, maybe use the bathroom. So, see you later. I'm gonna go get some pizza, and, thank you. Bye.
This is what would happen if the slave did not do what the master said. He would either go, "Bala! Bala!" or Colosseum, man. This is a big old place. It's big. And it's gruesome. You should go there.
Chess is a simple game. That's it.
As Diego said, checkers is a simple game too.
This is Mr. Sniffles back, and I know that we all miss Bob Marley, and that Michael Jackson never really became famous until he was dead.